Hey guys, Thomas Leroy here. It is another beautiful and gorgeous, glorious day. God bless you all. The good God bless you all. The birds are singing. It's promising to really be a beautiful, beautiful day. I hit the ground running, I guess, sort of this morning. I still have this smile haunting me. Just every time I turn around, I'm reminded of it. And it is true, I've been thinking of the same people an awful lot recently, and I'm not exactly sure why, but it's okay, and it's working for me. And that one particular smile just continues to inspire me again and again and again. And I think back on them and all their adventures. It just makes me laugh. Sometimes it makes me think of The Color of Money, and his hair was perfect. Werewolves of London, my neighbor's already out and at it. They're amazingly. Um, just to be completely and totally honest with you, uh, there is a lot of this stuff is becoming very encouraging, and some of the messages we've been getting is extremely encouraging, and or is beginning to have that effect. And you know what it is that we're coming up to a certain point where it's like, well, I guess this is all possible again now, of being a real person. And that's what one of the things that seems like was added to us yesterday or last night or something. But it seems like I was feeling it this morning as I was brushing my teeth. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. This is what it's like to be like a real person. You get up, you do this, and you do that, and you get all these little routine things you get done because you got a day ahead of you, and there's things to do and accomplish, and people to see, places to go. Rather than in that song where you tear down the wall and there's nowhere to go and nothing to do and all that stuff. It sounded like silence to me. And Eddie Vedder said, just put that right back down. But then, I love my peace. And I have experienced quite a bit of silence at different times. I have a lot of quiet now again. And that's one of the reasons why I like being up high, because it's quiet. It's a lot quieter up there. Cooler and quieter. And I'm happy to be a part of those folks. Again, what do we love? Well, do you love God? Well, we love the God of light and life, that's for sure. We love the light. We're married to the light, married to the heaven, and all those that are dedicated and loyal to us, wanting for our victory and success. Of course, we love those folks to some degree or another, right? And with the plan of that being full on at some point. Hold on. So yeah, I don't know. It's like our mood is continuing to improve with each day of improvement that has continued. And while some of it that we've experienced sort of saddening a little bit in some ways, or would be, except that a lot of the things that are in a sense being revealed, we already knew. And we've been circling on that spiral learning curve thing, and you only experience going past a subject so many times before it becomes solidified within your own mind, your own thinking of what it is and how it is, and so yeah, my plan, what we want to do, just continue doing what we've been doing these last couple months, continue on up, continue climbing higher, and becoming more detached from all of that which had glommed on to us and was trying to claim us as their family. Can you imagine? You're just sitting there, and all of a sudden this pack of giant wolves surrounds you and grabs you by the nape of your neck and carries you off. And they say, "You're our baby. You're going." It's like, wait a minute. I'm a human. What are you doing? It's as though they forgot their glasses or their contacts or something. They couldn't understand what they were doing. But then again, you know how jackals are. I've been contemplating some of the changes that have been occurring. And some of the changes that have been occurring recently seem to, you know, validate some of the prophecies that have been given to me, and some of what the cool chick was telling us about, all that. But, which on one hand, it's like, yay, this is happening, finally. Wow, that was way too long to wait on this and this time, but yay, it's happening. And then on the other hand, it's like, I don't know that I want to be what you people say I am. I really truly don't. Even though it does sound like, quote, fun, unquote, it seems like you'd be like you might get stuck in it. Like you wouldn't be able to get loose from it. And to tell you the truth, after everything I've been through, while we still have a good nature, and whatever it is that is inside of me that everyone seems to think is whatever that is, you know, a friend of mine, Melanie, told me that, whatever it was we were in, that they'd put us in, was the longer you were in it, you see, the more you shifted away from how you used to be to being, in other words, if you were inclined towards liberal, woke insanity and stuff like that, then by the longer it went on, the more you'd become the right wing conservative. And while in essence I know I remain basically the same, I do know that our consciousness, our awareness changes, and with every bit of that, then our perception changes, and how we're thinking about different people and things changes. What was once important and a goal to be achieved, 30 years later isn't. It's something like, well, yeah, that would have been something nice back then whenever I could have enjoyed it. But of course, you see what I'm saying. So we continue to move on and continue to, I won't say evolve, but remember or re-evolve. We can say that maybe. But yeah, I think the truth of the matter is I'd rather have my glory than what they describe as passion. But who knows how it's going to work out? I know that it's going to work out well. Now see, that's a real big difference in me now as opposed to me 3 or 4 months ago. Because about 4 months ago, I think I finally snapped. The final thread of mercy and sweetness snapped, and and it was like, now everybody shall die. All of them, not everybody, but the bad ones. The time for John to turn on the works and flood it all out, cleanse the system. However, I think still possibly in some form or another, this last chance mechanism that they've talked about could be set up. But it will be, I will put it to you like this. Nah, I'm just not even bothering. All I know is this: if such a thing is done, it by God certainly shall be exactly the way I want it to be, and will function the way I want it to function. And that'll be the I don't care what any of them say, because you know what? I don't need that place. I don't need that activity. I know that. I keep on thinking, I might just want to, whenever I get there, do probably like I thought I was going to do and just kick off and go right to, because what we're doing right now is we're surfacing. That's what we're going to do here. We're ascending. Holy Diver is going to continue to go up, and we'll continue to remember. And if there's a game for us to fix or whatever, I guess maybe we can. But I'm looking at it like that reality is toast. It is more than done, and what it would take to fix it to our liking would probably be drastic. You see what I'm saying? I do believe that these worlds, quote unquote, just like in the book suggest, are supposed to come to an end. That's there's supposed to be a halftime show, and then an ending. The finale, and then all the thing everything gets divvied up again, and then a new heaven and a new earth is created, and it might be that new players come into play. You know what I'm saying? A whole new group of the elect, quote unquote, is selected to go down into the new world. Because again, like I said, these principles and principalities aren't all evil. They're uh, they're what the rest of the farm is built around, which is basically the show, what they're doing. So hopefully that's all going to turn out to be a lot better, and a lot more happy real soon. And guys, as far as I can tell, yes, the basic strategy has always been to laugh evil back into its dark corner. And of course, that more often than not does work, except if, we get into that extreme environment, which, at that point, you got to throw off the gloves and take them down. Just go after them left and right, everywhere you can. Legally shoot them down, take them out, put them out of office, and expose them for what they're guilty for and of. So yeah, continue on that way. Uh, their delusion was to rule. That was the fantasy that they wanted. They got it, and now it's ending now. And of course, I warned them all along the way, and I tried to tell them, but so it's whatever, it's whatever. What the outcome of it is for them is whatever it is, and I don't care anymore. That's just that, because we're going to be separated, regardless of whether or not we have an ongoing system or not. This right here is going to remain separated from all of that other that is not light and life and goodness and good love. There will be an impenetrable wall between me and that which is my opposite, because darkness rules no thing of light, and that's just the way that is. An awful lot of the things, the education I see coming for all the people, especially all mine, is that, which they've already woken up to it already, which is, the misuse of the words. Just for example, like they always are trying to change the words, or worse yet, still change what you're supposed to think the word means and stuff. And all that's, people have woken up to it. That's the problem with what they've been doing, is that you can only do it uh, for so long before everybody turns against them, because you can fool all of the people some of the time and some of the people all of the time. But if you try to fool them all of the time, they're going to see that that's what you are, and they're going to get you. That's why the show like The View and all these other left-wing outlets are all just crashing out, man. They have no future. Their future is loss and defeat. And that's all there is for our enemies. That's the only story for the enemies, is their loss, my gain, their defeat, my victory. They're falling, I'm rising. They lose, I gain. They're shrinking, and I'm growing. And that's it. That's the big story for them because they already got to live the other story way too much, way too long. And besides, I just don't want to do any other story other than that because, hey, you know what? It was written right there. I'm the winner. No matter what story you put me into, no matter what world you put me into, I'm the winner. That's who I am. That's who I'm going to be. And, in other words, my song, that's we're going to be healthy, wealthy, happy, and free, successful and victorious for all to see, at least for all the best to see. And I love all those God people and the blue and the heaven. And who loves me? Those who love me well and don't hate me and don't send bad things to me. We do love those folks. And we're looking forward to meeting them. Um, a couple days ago, I was out and I saw somebody pass me in the opposite direction. I could have swore I saw a smile in there. I recognized that I've been exposed to an awful lot recently, and I'm wondering if well, I do know that the plan is solid. That's what I've got to now. That's where I'm at now. I've actually become sort of confident in this new course that we're because it's. And I know it sounds wore out where I'm saying yes, feels like I'm me again. But more than ever, in the last 20 years, it feels like I'm more me again. Mm, Um, so let's just continue on that path. Uh, it's is everything perfect? No, not yet. But it feels as though we're making headway in the correct way. And so I would like to continue on like that. Let's just continue doing that. And yeah, 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 yep, that's good. That is good. And thanks for the smile. It keeps on working. And I suspect that it's going to be just exactly as I was told. That at some point, because I can feel it, like bits and pieces, like turning on again and again and again, and it's amazing. That old saying of you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Well, heck, you may not even know what it was you had after it's gone, and can't imagine what it was until it comes back. And still, I can't really understand. But it's as though me came back to me or something. I don't know how to say that. Uh, but I'm guessing that I'm believing some of these predictions that have been told to me, and that indeed I just may well be a happy man here soon. Uh, the activities described, I don't know that I'm going to be accepting of that dynamic or the way things are arranged. Who knows? I can't say for sure. I won't say never. But let's just keep on letting this smile grow and the love grow. And I got to hear me a couple Paul songs yesterday, and they were just perfect for the time. And man, I hear this Saturday Night Live thing is. I saw all these names on there. I was like, wow, look at all these faves of mine. It's like, is Don Henley going to be there too? It's like surely Don would be on there as well. I mean, all these others are going to be. God love you and God keep you. We're going to whenever we get together. Thanks a lot, guys. We're just going to keep on going the way we're going, and it's working. It's happening. It's going to work out. I'm actually starting to believe it.